Hello everybody, this is Intrepid83 and welcome to the finale of Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Alright, as you can see already, I do have Irvin with me. Once you get to this point, you are able to freely swap your party members back and forth. And as promised last episode, since I used Zell for the Omega Weapon battle, I decided to give Irvin a shot with the final battle. So, yeah. Alright, so first of all, there's a few things we need to do preparations before we get into doing the junctions, so let's see here. Alright, so first we need to do some refining, so let's get in here and let's card mod any Gala cards. I'm going to refine all but one, obviously. If you don't have any Gala cards, if you go to where we went to get the Rosetta Stone, the hallway leading, what's the best way to describe it? You know where the fountain is? You go up through that pathway to the northeast, which ultimately leads you to where we've got the Rosetta Stone. That hallway, just as soon as you leave the fountain area, in that hallway you can run into Galas, which you can, draw meltdowns from them if you run into them. So yeah, just have someone inflict slow or something like that, just to make things a bit easier on yourself and just start drawing some meltdowns that way. So yeah, that's a way you can get some meltdowns if you don't have any Gala cards, if you're running low on meltdowns and all that stuff. So yeah. Alright, so that's that. Now let's see. Elastoids, let's find some more steel pipes out of there. And any wedge bigs and Fujin Raijin cards, this is definitely the time to refine those into X potions. Next up, let's get the ST Mag refine here and refine the mystery fluids into the meltdowns. And the steel pipes, no, don't want to do anything with that. We don't want to refine them into magic, we want to use Recover Med Refine. And we want to refine any regen rings you have into Phoenix Downs, as well as any life rings as well. We've got lots of Phoenix Downs now, more than I probably need, but they're free, so to speak, so let's make use of that. Alright, tool refine, this is where we need the steel pipes for. Actually, let's do the Fury Fragments as well. If you have any Blue Dragon cards as well, feel free to refine those. I've only got 4 left, so if I refine those 4, then I'd have none left, so I'm not going to refine any of them for me. So yeah, let's do the one Fury Fragment there, and the steel pipes into Aura Stones as well. And Forbidden Medicine refine. I want to refine these 3 here into elixirs. And then let's do these. That'll 2 HP up. 5 of these will go into 1 vitality up. Alright, next up we want to call shop. And we want to, at least I would like to, buy up to 50 X potions. I've already got 10 of them, so I only need to buy 40. And then Mega Phoenixes, I want to get up to 25 of these. I figure that's probably a safe number. Oops, no, I want to. There we go. I've already got 5. And just Phoenix Downs, if you, let's see, I've got 49. I'd say you'd probably only need 25 of these if you don't have that many. So yeah, but I've got 49, so I'm set there. I don't need to buy anymore. Alright, or rather, I'm not going to buy anymore. Alright, after that, I want to go to the Esthar Pet Shop and I want to buy some more Power Wrists. How many Aura Stones do we have, actually? To refresh my memory, I got 19 of them, so I'll probably just buy 8 or Power Wrists. I've got the notes saying up to 10, so that would ultimately result in getting 100 Aura Stones. So yeah, just to make sure we've got enough of those. So yeah, there's the Power Wrists. Let's buy 8 of them. There we go. And then we want to use Tool Refine to turn those into Aura Stones. There we go. Alright, let's go in here. Let's sort this out. Alright, let's go with give the HP up to whoever has the lowest HP. In this case, it'll be Irvin. He has the lowest base HP of the 3 of them, so let's give that to Irvin. Use it by 10, the strength up. I'm going to give all of these to Renoa. And vitality up, so I give those to whoever has the lowest vitality, and that's probably going to be Irvin. Well, right now I'm going to give it to Irvin anyway because I have plans for Renoa. And alright, so I think let's resort it. Alright, so that's that. So we'll get everybody's junctions set up properly, and I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, I think I'm done. So before I get into it, just to let you know, with regards to getting Renoa up to level 100, I didn't realize that the enemies also in this castle end up at level caps as well, like, you know, at level 50s and below kind of thing, that kind of stuff. So I ultimately just ended up, just to help save myself some time, I ended up junctioning Tonberry to her as well, and then equipped the level up ability on her as well, just to get everybody up to level 100, all the enemies up to level 100, and that definitely sped things up. Ultimately, I only need, like, the reason why I did that is because I ran into a battle with the Hexa Dragon, and I got 3 experience from it, from defeating. I was like, what the heck? That's when I realized something was up. So yeah, then I switched it over, and one battle with the with 2 imps and an abyss worm was enough to put her over to level 100. So yeah. Anyway, so that out of the way, here's the junctions, the final junctions. For Irvin, he has Brothers, Carbuncle, Leviathan, Pandemona, Doomtrain, Bahamut, Eden, with full life junction HP, Holy to Strength, Regen to Vitality, Meteor to Magic, Reflect to Spirit, Haste to Speed, Tornado to Evasion, Triple on Hit Percentage, Aura on Luck, Water and Elemental Attack, Quake, Ultima, Life and Shell on Elemental Defense, and Pain and Asuna on Status Defense. For commands and abilities, he has Draw Item Magic with Strength plus 40%, Vitality plus 40%, Spirit plus 40%, and Auto Haste. Again, Irvin's another character kind of like Zell, where if you chose to, you could put Luck plus 50% in here if you like, to, you know, help boost his critical hits kind of thing during his limit break and everything else. So yeah, something to keep in mind. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to go with the standard junctions I've been doing so far. So for Squall, he has Quetzalcoatl Ifrit, Cerberus, Alexander Cactuar with full life junction to HP, Holy to Strength, Regen to Vitality, Meteor to Magic, Reflect to Spirit, Triple to Speed, Tornado to Evasion, Aura to Luck, with Water and Elemental Attack, Quake, Ultima, Life and Shell on Elemental Defense, with Pain and Asuna on Status Defense. Commands and abilities, he has Draw Item Magic with Strength plus 40%, Vitality plus 60%, Spirit plus 40%, and Auto Haste. And then for Renoa, she has Shiva Seren Diablos Tonberry with Aura Junction to HP, Regen to Vitality, Meteor to Magic, Curaga to Spirit, Haste to Speed, Triple to Evasion, Life and Full Life on Elemental Defense, and Asuna and Reflect on Status Defense. For commands and abilities, she has Treatment, Item, Magic with Vitality plus 40%, Magic plus 40%, Spirit plus 40%, and Auto Haste. As you can definitely tell, she has the Angel Wing set up here, but definitely have a treatment on there for, I guess you could say, the first stage of what's coming up. So yeah, she won't be going into her limit break immediately, let's put it that way. So yeah, for a very important reason, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's her. As far as the battle items, I organized them as you can see here. I got the Aura Stones in number 1, Mega Phoenixes, Phoenix Downs, and then Phoenix Pinion. We've still got one left of those. And I've got the Hero over here. I probably will be using that at some point. And I got X Potions, Elixir, and Mega Elixirs here. These are all, you know, HP Restoration, and then these are obviously all Revival stuff. That's basically why I've got everybody with items, because over, you know, Recover and Revive commands is simply because I need everybody to be able to heal or revive at some point, or at least more than one of them anyway, kind of thing. So yeah, that's why I decided to go that route. And yeah, so there we go. Anything else I'm forgetting? Oh yeah, it's I actually might want to split up the meltdowns between Squall and Irvin as well. So let's do that. Let's do that, and then yeah, okay, exchange. Squall has the higher magic stats, so I'll probably give him more. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, it should be fine. We've got lots of meltdowns, so that should be enough. Right there. And let's move these up to the top slot, and there we go. And just to double check that to make sure everybody's good. Everybody's, yeah. All right, there we go. I have saved it. I'm actually going to save it again because I did just change those few small things. And let's take a look in this room and see what awaits us. Alright, and as she hints at there, she's attempting to eliminate all of us, one at a time, or I guess 3 at a time. Which means she at random chooses 3 people. Whoa, she chose the wrong party. For her, that is. Wow, though, so I was not expecting her to choose us 3 immediately. I was expecting to actually have to wait around. So basically, I would, if she'd chosen, Quistis, Selfie, and or Zell, then I would wait for her to eliminate them. And then once that happens, after a certain period of time, they'll be removed from battle. They'll be, I guess you could say, absorbed into time, and it removes the party member permanently. You won't get them back, and then another person will come in to take their place, kind of thing. So yeah, and ultimately I would wait around until Rinoa, Irvin, and Squall are chosen, and that also means if Rinoa, Irvin, and or Squall are KO'd during that time, revive them immediately. I mean, like, literally, don't do anything until you have the party there and you're ready to go. And even then, if they happen to get KO'd, revive them immediately, because if you lose them, if they're absorbed into time, you cannot get them back. So yeah. Alright, so this is Ultimecia. Herself? Well, we'll see. Alright, so as far as attacks go, let's go into the full stats here. So she's capped at level 65. She has 43,000 hit points. It's kind of underwhelming, considering who she is. But anyway, so as far as her draw list, she has Haste, Slow, Reflect, and Demi. She is weak to Bio. Bio does 50% more damage. She's immune to Holy. No status susceptibilities, nothing to Mug, nothing to Drop. Again, there's that Absorbed into Time attack, or I guess not really an attack, but just a warning there to marker. That Absorbed into Time applies to every stage of this battle as well, so just keep that in mind no matter what. If somebody gets KO'd, revive them immediately before they're absorbed into time, kind of thing. Alright, so number 1 you got to watch out for, she can cast Meltdown, which obviously can inflict the Vitality 0 and Spirit 0 statuses on us, which is why I have Rinoa with the treatment command on, so that she can remove that as soon as possible. So yeah, and obviously that does non-elemental damage. Next up, she can do Maelstrom. Hits all of us, reduces her HP by 62.5%, and can inflict the Curse status. However, because we have Pain junction to our status defense, that should not be an issue as far as Curse goes. So yeah, it'll just reduce her HP, and that's that. Just heal up kind of thing, and you should be good. Then she can also, I don't even know if I'll want to do that, but anyways. And then next up, she can cast Double on herself, which obviously will allow her to cast 2 spells at once, kind of thing, at the same time, or in succession. And also she can cast Bio, Holy, Tornado, Quake, Blizzaga, Thundaga, and Dispel as well. I do not believe she has any physical attacks. So yeah. Alright, so first of all, as previously mentioned, I'm actually going to avoid putting Rinoa into her Angel Wing limit break because of her ability to cast Meltdown, so that we can, get the status off them should they be inflicted with it. So, well, we've already done all that, so I guess all we got to do now is just go at her. Oh, there's Maelstrom. And Rinoa's got Curse on her, so yeah, let's get treatment. Yeah, I suppose I should cast Meltdown on her, eh? Yeah, let's get treatment on Rinoa. Now let's save that for later. I suppose using a Mega Elixir there would have been an option as well. Alright, we got her. Alright, let's just go all that now. Now this should heal somebody. Slightly. Not for much, but nonetheless. Alright, let's get a Mega Elixir on just to heal everybody up. Alright, and this is Griever. Remember that name? Yeah, the name we gave to Squall's Ring. Yeah. Alright, so I wonder what she could possibly be doing with this. But anyways, so Griever, not as much of a slouch as Ultimecia was. So Griever, again, capped at level 65, has 115,950 hit points. Draw list is Bio, Quake, Tornado. Weak to Holy and Wind. Holy does 2.5 times damage. Wind does double damage. It's immune to gravity attacks and absorbs Bio. No status susceptibilities, nothing to mug, nothing to drop. As far as attacks go, he can cast the Doom spell. So basically, obviously, that's a KO countdown timer, so definitely something to keep an eye out for. If somebody gets inflicted with it and ultimately gets KO'd, then you're going to have to revive them. Also with Griever, this is the first stage of the battle where the boss can actually start literally just removing stocks of magic out of your inventory, obviously, because Rinoa only has 10 spells and all of them are junctioned. That would be very bad if she got hit with that, more so than Squall or anything like that, because it would basically, well, especially if he gets rid of Meteor, then she's pretty much stuck with her physical attack, a relatively weak physical attack for the rest of the battle kind of thing. So I'm planning on using the hero on Rinoa now, and then hopefully that'll, obviously after we get her into Angel Wing, and we'll go from there. But anyway, so also he can also cast triple on himself, so obviously be able to cast 3 successive spells. Can cast Pain, Gravaya, Shockwave, Pulsar. That usually only happens once his HP starts to get low, and then ultimately that, I believe it's his last attack once you deplete his HP entirely. And then he can cast Flare, and ultimately has a regular physical attack as well. So this time we're actually going to be putting Rinoa into her limit break. Let's get an Aura Stone on her. Let's get Meltdown on Griever. And yeah, he can draw spells from me as well, so yeah. Forgot about that one. Alright. Angel Wing. putting the hero on her. It hit. It hit. Awesome. And there goes. Yeah, Faraga. Okay, that's alright. Firestone. Let's put it on Squall. Reno is now invincible. That could actually be bad. Yeah, this is this is battle where I mentioned earlier about possibly saving some dispels. Yeah, this is the battle where if you have them, might not be a bad idea to use them. Should you ever encounter, obviously there's aura, and then there's the triple and doubles and all that kind of stuff. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get them off them, just to be safe. But I do not have any dispels, so I will not be doing that. Oh boy. Well, at least we got maximum HP. Here's hoping we survive. Oh, phew. Wasn't as bad as I thought, but yeah. Alright. There goes her Guardian Force. What else do you have, Ultimecia? She does have the junction machine. Alright, so now we're on to the third stage, which is obviously Ultimecia junctioned to Griever, or I guess the other way around. So Ultimecia / Griever has 176,250 hit points, again level capped at level 65. However, it can actually summon something called a Helix. You can summon up to 2 of them. And as soon as you start to see those, focus on taking them out as soon as possible, because as soon as 2 of them get up, she can use an attack called Great Attractor, which ultimately it does a ton of damage, and not only that, it also ignores your vitality. So basically think of Dark Flare last episode, but only physical damage. So yeah, it can do a lot of damage even to us. So it probably won't one-shot us as long as we keep our HP, close to max, but it can still do a ton of damage. So obviously you want to get rid of them as soon as possible. Anyways, so yeah, the Helixes, they would have 30,000 hit points each. Again, they're capped at level 65 as well. Ultimecia / Griever, the draw list is Firaga, Thundaga, Blizzaga. The Helixes, you can actually draw Asuna and Dispel from them, so yeah. I guess it's not completely out of the question to get Dispel at some point, but yeah, it probably won't. As far as elemental affinities, the junctioned Ultimecia Griever is weak to Thunder and Water. Thunder and Water both do double damage, immune to bio and gravity attacks, and absorbs Holy. and the helixes are just immune to gravity. No status susceptibilities, nothing to bug, nothing dropped, and so yeah, we already went to the Great Attractor. Again, this still in this battle, if somebody gets KO'd, revive them immediately because they can still be absorbed into time. So yeah, can cast Ultima, Meteor, Holy, Tornado, Quake, and Dispel, and also has a regular physical attack. Also, one other thing to keep in mind, if you intend on summoning Guardian Forces, probably not a good idea because she can straight up instantly KO them while they're being summoned. So yeah, probably not an effective way of doing that. But who knows, if you've got a high enough compatibility with them, you might be able to summon them before she KOs them, but still. And yeah, so then the helixes, they just have a physical attack that I think that's just basically a counter. So yeah. Anything else? No, I think. Oh yeah, the Tornado and Quake won't happen until a particular part of the battle, and I'll mention that once we get to it. But anyways, all right, let's get Irvin and Squall into their limit breaks. Meltdown probably wouldn't be a bad idea either. Yield. Nope, guess not. Alright, so this is the part of the battle where she'll start to cast Tornado and Quake. So as soon as that the lower half falls off, that's when Tornado and Quake becomes available to her. So yeah. Alright, let's keep going. Let's actually, let's get Meltdown on her. Let's get Irvin into it. Let's wait until Meltdown hits before we get him into this. If she survives. Yep. Let's do fast aim. Quick shot. Alright, just mash the R1. Oh, there we go. That's all we needed.